Health. Let me close with this. We're a serious moment in our nation history, and it's not I mean it from the bottom of my heart. As I said last week, we remain in the battle for the soul of America. By the way,
Bumbling Biden gets mercilessly heckled during his Labor Day speech just days after he delivered, without question, the single most embarrassingly partisan speech in our nation's history. We're going to take a look at the very interesting exchange between Biden and the heckler. And make sure to stick him at the very end of this video when we'll see how Biden actually played right into the heckler's hands. You are not going to want to miss this. Greetings, everyone. It's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot professor, helping to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Joe Biden would tell you, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. And you're also going to want to click on that link below and head on over to my special website for the Ready Project food supply. As we all know, especially since this whole pandemic insanity, we cannot wait for emergencies to happen before we respond to one. And no one, and I mean no one, makes preparing for an emergency more ridiculously easy and affordable than our good friends over at the Ready Project food supply. Gang, they're simply the best. They're patriots just like us. Their food kits last up to 25 years in storage. They include breakfast, lunches, and dinners. And if you act right now, you're going to save 25% off a full 4-week emergency food supply when you click on that link below to my special website. So whatever you do, don't wait. I got my emergency food supply. Make sure you get yours. Click on that link below or go to getreadywithsteve.com and save 25% off your very own 4-week emergency food supply today. All right, gang, let's dive right in here. Now, I got to say at the outset, all right, I don't normally put together an entire video on Joe Biden getting heckled. I mean, it happens so frequent. I could literally start a whole nother YouTube channel featuring all the occasions this guy gets roasted in public. In fact, the whole nation heard it last Thursday night during Biden's disastrous Red speech.
America's often made the greatest progress coming out of some of our darkest moments, like you're hearing to that bullhorn. I believe we can and must do that again. And we are. MAGA Republicans look at America and see carnage and darkness and despair. They spread fear and lies. Lies told for profit and power. But I see a different America.
Yes, that was our version of tearing up Biden's speech like Nancy the Ripper Pelosi. What a sad excuse for human beings she is. So no, I don't normally focus on heckling. But in this case, we got something much larger and more significant going on here than the mere moment of ridicule, as it were. And that's what I want to unpack a bit for you. First of all, you'll notice that as the heckling began, Biden clearly looked confused, more so than normal. And he started stuttering his words and tapering off his sentences. Take a look.
Health. Let me close with this. We're a serious moment in our nation history, and it's not I mean it from the bottom of my heart. As I said last week, we remain in the battle for the soul of America. By the way, all right, God love you.
Now, I mean, he clearly looked lost, far more lost than usual. We remain in the battle with the soul of America. And by the way, we're in the battle for the very soul of our civilization. Oh, and by the way, what's going to compare with that, Joe? Obviously nothing. You just lost track of what you were saying, which you do a lot, of course. You know that 66% of the public, according to Rasmussen polling, 66% of the public, that's almost 7 out of 10 Americans, want Biden to take a cognitive test and the results made public. Again, you'll never hear that in the media. They don't even so much as acknowledge the reality of his cognitive degeneracy. And we're all seeing Biden, just basically fall apart right before our very eyes. And this would be just another example of the seemingly endless evidence we have of such degeneration. But it gets worse.
Of America. By the way, all right, God love you. Let him go. Let him go. No, 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 don't let
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Who does that remind you of?
Get a move on. Get going. Scram.
No, 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 oh, no, 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 oh, no, 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 huh?
That's right. Joe Biden is officially Beaky Buzzard from the Looney Tunes. No, 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 no. Nope. Looney says it all.
let him go. Let him. Look, everybody's entitled to be an idiot. No, no, everybody's entitled. Okay? Look.
All right, so the old man got in a little zinger there, okay? Everyone's entitled to be an idiot. Good one, Joe. And of course, Joe Biden's giving the entire world a masterclass on precisely that. But you'll notice when he said that, there wasn't that big of an audience reaction. The audience volume seemed a bit low, didn't it? Well, that's because barely anyone is coming out to see Biden. In fact, Trump had a major rally in Pennsylvania over the same Labor Day weekend in support of Doug Mastriano and Dr. Oz. Why don't we take a side-by-side look at the crowds? Was that a red wave we were seeing there, right? Quite literally. Woo! Yeah, I mean, look, that's embarrassing, okay? I mean, seriously, that's sad. That Biden can't attract more than a couple of thousand people at best to a rally. Again, this is why they hate us. This is why they call the ultra MAGA movement a cult. It's because they can't control us. They can't spin the discrepancy between the size of crowds of their pathetic executive and pampers versus the ultra MAGA crowds that show up. There's just no spinning that embarrassment. So they're left with no other recourse than to mock and to ridicule. And that's all they've got. But then you'll notice in the midst of that paltry crowd, Biden once again launched into the very tirade that he and his administration have been doing everything they can to walk back on. Take a look.
Extreme MAGA Republicans don't just threaten our personal rights and our economic security. They embrace political violence.
Extreme MAGA Republicans don't just threaten our personal rights and economic security, whatever the hell he means by that, but we don't just do that, but we extreme MAGA Republicans, we embrace violence. And why do we embrace violence? Because we refuse to embrace the J6 kangaroo court that's even now sending Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger far, far away from any political power whatsoever, for good. So astonishingly, this heckler triggered in Biden's feeble mind the script he was given last Thursday, a script that they've since been doing everything they possibly can to distance themselves from once they recognize the massive backlash coming not just from Republicans, but even from some loyal leftists like the editorial board over at the Washington Post. But this is the problem when you have someone so obviously dealing with cognitive issues in front of a crowd, regardless of how dwindling that crowd is. That heckler provoked Biden to restate the radically partisan and divisive talking points that unite Republicans and even shock some Democrats. The last political strategy you want to employ is one that divides your base and unites your opponent's base. And that's exactly what Biden ended up doing in that speech. So yes, Biden got mercilessly heckled, no question. But his response in many ways played right into the heckler's hands. That response, and the embarrassing crowd size that was there to hear it are both far more revealing than a temporary moment of embarrassment. Biden, I believe, is clearly unraveling. He just doubled down on describing 70+ million people as threats to democracy, even though we're the ones who want more democracy than ever. We want more referendums. We want more elections. We can't wait for November. We certainly can't wait for 2024. But then again, because they can't control us, they have to disparage us. And the result? They fracture, and we unite like never before. Let's go, Brandon. As always, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button, and you will definitely want to check out my latest video on Democrats noticeably panicking as Patriot militias are taking over the bluest state in the entire nation. You are not going to want to miss this. So make sure to click on that link, and I'll see you over there. God bless.